This is Eat, Sleep, Box and Repeat. I'm delighted to be joined by the English middleweight champion, Tyler Denny. Tyler, how are you doing? How are you feeling now? I think at the time of interview, we're between 2 and 3 weeks away from fight night.
Yeah, I'm all good, man. I'm all good. Nearly there now. Most of the hard work's done, but still got to finish a few things off, and feeling great, man. Can't wait for it. I'm excited to fight. It's a big fight for me, so I'm buzzing for it, man.
I said there when I was introducing you that the English middleweight champion. The last time we spoke, obviously, was before your second fight with River Wilson Ben. So, how does it feel to be introduced as the English middleweight champion? Does it sound good?
Yeah, very good. It's a nice feeling. It's been a long time coming as well. So, but, I've had to stay on it, and now that I've got it, I don't want to give it away so easy as well now. So it's up to me. It's one thing winning it, and you got to be even more determined to keep hold of it now as well.
Absolutely. Obviously, on the 12th of November is your next fight, and you're up against Bradley Ray. What is it with these huge fights? That's 5 in a row now. It's 5 in a row. You're going in against high level opposition, and probably, as in the bookies' eyes anyway, you've been underdog in the vast majority of them.
Yeah, I think because people know I don't know how to say no to a fight. I think, but I've still got to do the business when I've been in there, and the 5 in a row. I think I could easily have been 5 in a row with victories as well in the wins. There's one dodgy draw in there, and one I lost split decision against Udofia in London. So I just want to fight the best that I can. And I think Brad Ray's, he matches that as well. I really rate him as a good fighter. He wasn't my mandatory either. I had Brad Paul's, but I could have fought him, but I've gone with the Brad Ray one. So I test myself on to prove I belong above this level, English level, which I think it is, to be fair. I think both of us, we could be fighting for higher titles, but it's not so much about the belt. I've won the belt. I just want to get a good win on Sky Sports again as well.
You mentioned there, obviously, on Sky Sports, and it'll be one of the main fights on the bill against Bradley Ray. You mentioned him there, and you said there about he wasn't your mandatory or anything. Well, what is it about him, that made you accept that fight? And what do you know about him? What he brings to the table, and what does he do well? What threats can he pose you? I
think he's a very good fighter. I don't know. He's with these massive middleweights as well. Like River is like 6'2". I think Brad Ray is 6'3". But I suppose it's been a good thing. I've had him back to back. Where my sparring partners have all been tall. But we're all in weight. It makes no difference to me. But I rate him, man, and Sky rate him. I think more reason why I wanted to fight him more because Sky rate him, and you beat one of their guys, and then they've got to rate you, then, don't they? I think he's had a lot of backing with, say, the promotional company Boxer back him. So if you're beating someone who's had the backing, then the glory is yours. Then, do you know what I mean? So that's my look on it. That's more reason why I wanted to fight him instead of, say, Brad Paul's. I still rate Brad Paul's as well, but I think Brad Ray just got a bigger profile.
How does Bradley Ray then compare to your previous opponents? Obviously, recently you fought River twice, and Derek Azazi, Linus Udofia. Where does he kind of rank in the toughness of your career? Do you think he's right up there near the top?
I think he has to be. I'll be able to judge better after the fight, but look on paper, he's got to be. What is he, 14-0, or I think 14-0. He's had a good few knockouts as well. The Irish guy, he's had a great fight with Jez Smith. He's got to be up there, man. Like I say, he's been promoted well, so it's probably my biggest win. After the 12th, I'd say it'll be the biggest win for me, the biggest profile, and obviously I've got to beat him first, but that's my plans. Yeah, I'll put him up there, man, and I've tried him like he's definitely going to be my hardest fight, and that's all I can do, really. And I feel like I'll have enough to be better than him on the night as well.
Going back to what I said earlier about obviously fighting River Wilson Bent, and then you becoming English champion, albeit a lot of people and obviously yourself thought that should have been happening the fight before, but you eventually did win the title. Has anything changed for you since then, or is it just the same? Is it just the belt? Right, happy days, won that belt. Now not going to get too big for my boots and just carry on.
Yeah, definitely. It's all the same. And I just want the bigger fights, and the bigger money comes with the bigger fights. I want everything that involved in it. But I know hard work's got to be the one. And, I enjoy, when people say you're English champion and stuff. But as for the belt, obviously I've handed it back now because it's not mine until I've actually won it outright and stuff. But it don't really bother me, really. I just want, it's more of the title of like me saying I'm the English champion than the actual belt itself. Do you know what I mean? When I had the belt at my house, it was just downstairs. I never picked it up for how long. Do you know what I mean? That's why some of the kids want a picture of it or whatever. Like, and it's nice to be able to do them things, but I feel like I can get so much further in my boxing career, and hopefully it's just a stepping stone.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, I don't want to mention him too much, but I mentioned River Wilson Bent there again, and I believe these are best pals now. I saw you were doing a bit of sparring there on your Instagram. He came over for a few rounds. How was that?
Yeah, no, honestly, because at the time we had said a few things, and after the first one, he got a bit heated and stuff as well. The way it is a bit controversial and that, but I was taking the kids up to this Halloween farm. It was like an hour away, and I bumped into him. He was up there and was about doing some rounds and stuff. And fair play, man of his word. He come down and he helped me out, and I got nothing respect for him, man. And I said to him before, like, I've lost a few times and stuff. He's got to wipe himself, but he's already had a win since that loss. He's fought on a smaller show, and he's got to crack back on. He'll get his time will come again, and I wish him nothing but the best, as long as he don't fight me again, obviously. But yeah, I mean, as for styles, I don't know if it's going to be the same style as Brad Ray, but height-wise and stuff, they've got obviously similarities, so it was good sparring for me.
Yeah, it is. Obviously, I don't mean I'm not asking you how the spar went at all, but it's, what's it like in a sense sparring someone that you've already shared 17 rounds with? You know what I mean? Like you've already fought them twice, and now you're fighting them again, albeit not professionally. You're just doing it in training. Is there a difference? How does it feel? A bit odd? Did it feel strange facing off with them, but in sparring this time?
I suppose so, but it was a bit different. I think maybe like the levels of aggression was a bit lower. Do you know what I mean? Especially like there was a lot of bad words between us both. So I think that's what I believe. I'm a better boxer than what I showed against the other ones. Maybe I just wanted to go in there and take his head off. Do you know what I mean? Because I was a bit annoyed, and when you relax a bit and stuff now in sparring, so it was better. It was good though. It's good to have that respect. The boxing's done. You shake hands and you wish each other the best, man, and move on with your careers.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, you mentioned there Brad Ray is about 6'2", 6'3". Rivers 6'2", 6'3". Did I see that you're also been doing some rounds with? Was it Zach Parker? Was he coming down? Someone a bit bigger as well, obviously super middleweight.
Yeah, well, Zach Parker, he's at the same gym as me, so we've always done loads of rounds with Zach, and someone I really rate. Brad Ray's a bit of a switcher too as well, so is Zach. Zach's probably the best switcher in the country, I'd say. Personally, me, I know I'm a bit biased. I train with him day in, day out, so it's all good rounds. And plus, he's fighting John Ryder now, isn't he? He's probably about my height in the southpaw, so we help each other out really. So that's been ideal to have it in gym sparring.
That's exactly what I was going to say. That was my next question. Obviously, you're helping him out for his interim world title fight. Being the southpaw and being a bit smaller, he's helping you out, being the same height as the likes of Brad Ray, even a wee bit bigger, switched hitter. So that's like, if you could have the perfect sparring partner for each other, you are probably the two perfect sparring partners for each other.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we've landed well that time, really. If not, Errol gets people in and stuff. But if it's right on your doorstep, and as for sparring, you could search the country up and down. You won't find that many people I don't think you'd find anyone as good as Zach Parker. I don't think so. So, he's competing for he's defending a WBO interim title and stuff. So he's at that level, and that's the level that I want to get to myself. So it's great to have him in the gym, train alongside him and swap punches with each other.
Yeah, brilliant. Obviously, you mentioned there, obviously this fight's in the Manchester Arena on November 12th, and Bradley Ray he's a bit of a Manchester man, a Manchester lad. So what is it with you and going into your opponent's backyards all the time?
I don't know. It's just like another day in the office for me now. I've done it that many times. I kind of enjoy it, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, even with River, you get a few boos and whatever, but it's a bit pantomime. I don't really think no one takes it to heart. I certainly don't take it to heart. Like I can't enjoy a few boos and I don't know, whatever. That you expect it, and I respect them for doing it. They're backing their guy as long as nothing crosses the line and stuff. It is what it is, but it gives you a bit more emphasis. I think that you've got to win. I'm not saying I know how it works. You still get home advantage. I mean, I'm the champion, but you still got home advantage, and it's still, it's still a boxer show, and it's in Manchester. I need to win, and I think I need to win good to get the win. I've been, maybe I don't, that's not the case, but I think from previous experiences, that's my mindset. Not only do I need to win, but I need to win clear and win good.
Yeah, definitely. I understand what you're saying. I make this fight against Ray. It's in Manchester. Obviously River was in Coventry twice, his kind of hometown. Obviously you fought Azazi in Sheffield, but you were, kind of people had you in the away corner there. Dauphin in London. Do you just love being, almost fighting on the road, going into someone's backyard and ripping up the script and walking away with the belt or the win or whatever it is?
Yeah, no. To be fair, I've not really had much choices. Really, I get offered these fights. I've got a choice. I could say no, but until I'm signed up with someone, I'm always going to be like an opponent. Really, do you know what I mean? So for their guys, it's like, so it is really. I know River wasn't signed up anything, but it's still Coventry, and honestly, it makes no difference. I just like fighting. Honestly, if you said to me, fight, I don't know, Canelo in Mexico, I'd go and do it. Do you know what I mean? I'd want a lot more money, by the way, but I love the buzz of fighting. So if you offer me a fight, if I think the deal's right, then I'll be taking it.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you think that your experience of, what I've alluded to there of fighting on the road, do you think that will stand you in good stead then for again this weekend? Because you've been there, done it before. As you've said, you get a few boos, it'll probably be the same on November 12th, but obviously it's just kind of water off a duck's back to you, is it?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, ultimately, I think the best guy will win. Do you know what I mean? Whether you're at home or away, or that's my mindset. If you're good enough, you're good enough. If you're not, you'll lose, and that's it. And I believe I'm good enough. I'm the English champion, and I'm going to show why I'm the champion and why I believe I'm at this level and I'm ready to push on further. I think after the last one, I never wanted to defend the English. I wanted to move on to the British or whichever. Like even if I go down an international route or something, it depends what options are out there. But I've still got a good fight. Really. The reason I wanted these bigger belts is because bigger fights come with them. But I'm defending the English, and it's a massive fight anyway at Manchester Arena on Sky Sports. I couldn't ask for no more, to be honest. So that's everything that I want, and I've got it. So I'm happy, more than happy with that.
Yeah, obviously, I'd say it's fair. I think it's probably fair to say that you've definitely got more experience than Bradley Ray in the pro ranks. Yes, he's 14-0 and all of that, but I think, would you say it's a fair reflection to say that you fought the higher level of opposition, especially in a row? Look at your last 4 fights, even just compared to his.
Yeah, definitely. I think you'll find it's hard to, unless you get to the world level stuff. But at my sort of level that I'm at now, I think you find anyone to have a better resume than me in the last 3 fights in the whole country. Really, do you know what I mean? At this sort of level, there's not many people who do it, is there? But the opportunities keep coming. I keep performing, and the opportunities keep coming. So hopefully, this will be another one, and my next fight will be another good one, and the one after that will be another good one. But this is what I'm after. I don't want no easy touches or anything. I never get offered nothing else, to be honest. So it's not like me saying I've turned this fight down and stuff. This is what it is, and I'm here to fight. I'm here to go. But yeah, I've got the experience. I've got the experience now of going away on these shows and putting good performances in. So I don't think this one will be any different either.
You mentioned earlier that Brad Pauls was a potential opponent, but the Bradley Ray fight stuck out to you more. Will the winner here have to fight Brad Pauls after, or
that's what the board have says. The winner's got to fight Brad Pauls, but who knows? I think personally, I'm going to be confident, say I'm going to win. You never know what options will come up afterwards, but you know, if you do end up fighting Brad Pauls or whatever afterwards, then that's a good fight as well. Brad Paul's undefeated himself. It's an option, isn't it? It's an option, but ideally, I'd like to move on to where I'd go wherever the best option is for me. Whether if that would be Brad Paul's, then so be it. But you know, I'm fully focusing on Brad Ray. Like I say, I'm treating it as the toughest fight, and rightly so. He's 14-0 for a reason.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely, I agree. Obviously saying there that you're defending hopefully the English title for the first time. I suppose the natural, if you're going to go step by step, the natural progression then is the Lonsdale belt, is the British title. I think Denzel Bentley holds that now. I know he's fighting is it Zanabek for the world title, but you know, would that be a fight in the future that you could see yourself taking, provided obviously you keep on winning? British title fight against the likes of Denzel Bentley?
Of course, yeah. I did get offered it as well. You know, when he fought Morrison, my manager rang me, said they've offered the Bentley fight. I said yeah, as I would do. But they picked Morrison in the end anyway, and I don't blame him. He's a good fight as well. And I was watching, it's entertaining. Bentley was just too much for Morrison, but you know, he's got his world title fight, and I wish him all the best, man. If he can win the world title, and that's a tough fight. That guy beat up Danny Dingham, didn't he, in about a round or two? Yeah. I rate him, man. So fair play to Bentley. But I don't know if he's going to keep hold of that British. I mean, if he wins, obviously he's going to vacate. But I don't know if I hear stuff about they might have Hamza Shiraz because they're both BT fighting for it. I'm not sure. All that's out of my control. I've just got to focus on this fight. If I get a British title afterwards, then great. If not, I could fight Brad Pauls. I could go down in international route, whatever. I just, like you say, I just focus on this fight. But there's loads of great middleweight fights out there, and I'm willing to fight more, man. Obviously, and now on car circuit, my record speaks for itself. I want the big fights, man. And
yeah, absolutely. I think
I'm here for them.
Nobody can disagree. If you know, just looking at your resume, 100%. That yeah, everyone knows you're there to fight. Obviously, this is your second fight in a row on the Boxer Sky Sports card. Must be brilliant fighting on those big stages kind of frequently now. Yeah,
it is. I just do everything different, like even from the open workouts and stuff. It's just, you know, it's a pleasure to be on there. Everything's set up, they're all set up. Because don't forget, most of my fights have been on smaller shows as well from before. Then my last two now have been on Sky. The one before that was Channel 5, and on the Fight Zone one before. But how professional it is and stuff is just it's just a pleasure to be on. And the only thing that you kind of regret now is like, because it's always fight week and stuff, you don't really take it in, do you know what I mean? You're just there to do a job, and then you can't really allow yourself to think, whoa. When you look back on it now, you think maybe I should have enjoyed it a bit more. But you know, I just want to, I'm fully there to fight, and that's what it is. But like, you know, you look back and you think, wow, this is proper, this is.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, you mentioned there about fight week and stuff, and you know, at the time of filming this, we're 17 days or so away from the fight. So how do those kind of last 2 weeks look like? You know, when does sparring finish? When's your last spar going to be? When's camp officially over? How does it all look for you?
I've got 2 more spars this week. I've got tomorrow and Friday. I'll probably do 8 and 10 rounds or 10 and 10. I'm not sure. I don't get to saying it because if I say anything, then I'll get told to do more or to do whatever I say. I'm never right anyway. So I'll just turn up and they've sorted it out. But I know I've got sparring, 2 more spars this week. I'll probably do 1 spar next week, and that's it midweek. And then I'll have like 9 days or something till fight day. Then just, you know, get the last few pounds off and stuff. And I enjoy it. I know a lot of people they're sort of waiting a bit, but my life's that busy. Like I don't. There's no waiting around or everything. I got I got 4 kids and stuff. It's manic all the time for me. So time flies. Next thing you know, I'll be fighting in the ring, Manchester Arena. So you know, I just enjoy it while I can.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, finally, Tyler, I'll put you on the spot. What can we expect from you when you take on Bradley Ray on November 12th at the Manchester Arena for the English middleweight title. What can we expect to see?
I think it's gonna be a great fight, man. Do you know what I mean? I rate Brad Ray highly. He's a cool guy as well. I spoke to him before, but you know, I worked too hard for this English title just to be giving it up. And you know, I see a big future for myself, so I've got to beat Brad Ray, and I think I will do. And I think I'll beat him well in a great entertaining fight. Like a lot of my fights have been entertaining, but I think it's gonna be an entertaining fight, and he's going to be in there. But you know, I only see one winner, and that's me. And still.
Brilliant. Well, listen, Tyler, I really appreciate your time as always. Thanks very much for giving ESBR Boxing your time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Top man, Tyler, all the best.